Hey guys, Bl'Art here. Shinryu can be a stressful place, with Final Fantasy VI bosses showing up for Final Fantasy IV characters' feature events. It's kinda weird, but I guess for Shadow's LD they used a Final Fantasy IV boss, so now we're even, right? Anyway, this is the DFFOO guided ASMR. You know the drill. I don't think I'm going to be doing like the meditation gimmick this time. There's actually some stuff I want to talk about. But we're going to be throwing some tickets to Rydia here. I'm trying to pick her up. And we're actually going to be doing it on the Firion Burst banner, because I already have Jack Garland's Burst, so hey, let's see if we can't pick up Firions along the way. That's actually the subject I want to talk about. I want to see if we can't chat a little bit about Firion. Rydia's cool. I think Rydia's FR is neat. It's the only evasion FR that I think we get. It's reliable, flexible, has a lot of interesting uses, and like it synergizes well with characters who don't work with, say, Warrior of Light or something like that. Because like, you want to use like Gallif or Edge or 8. Those guys aren't going to benefit from Warrior of Light, but hey, Rydia's will with the respectable bonuses. Anyway, let's start off with that free pull. I'll just be pulling the background while I chat, I guess. So Rydia's cool. Ultimate weapon, whip is kind of sad, but anyway, we all know that. I actually wanted to talk about Firion a little bit, because I think folks might have gotten the wrong impression from some stuff I've said that I think Firion sucks, which is not actually the case. Yeah, I know, you saw the video title, right? Sorry, just a bit of sensationalism, I guess. I don't think Firion sucks. I don't think he's bad. That said, I've been pretty outspoken in my criticism of the character, and I wanted to address that. Because, you see, I feel like as a content creator, as someone who's putting these opinions out there for people, it's my responsibility to be giving you guys insight into whether you should be investing in a character or not. And that doesn't mean just saying, oh, the character's usable, the character's fine. Because I think that's a problem I sometimes see in the community is, it's like, oh, this character's all right, this character's fine. Which is a fine opinion to have, just as an opinion, but if you're going to be putting out content and putting out kind of, a thought piece on, evaluating a character, imagine you go to a financial advisor, right, and you're like, what stock should I invest in? And they're like, yeah, you can invest in this. This stock will probably make you some money. Yeah, this stock probably won't ruin you. Like, what kind of advice is that? You wouldn't hire them. You want someone who's going to say, oh yes, this is a best in class, investment that is good, good to set you up for retirement or something goofy like that. That's the way I view things. And so, it's not that I have a problem with Firion as a character. I think I do think I was a little bit harsh in my initial appraisal of him, but I don't think he's like a shit character or something. I do take issue with folks kind of recommending him to people who don't already have him. I don't think he's worth investing in. I think this upgrade is an upgrade that's a nice to have if you already have the character. I don't think it's one you should be putting resources into. You shouldn't be spending your purple armor material or your BT plus material or even force enhancement points necessarily, unless you really, really, really want to use Maria FR or something. And if he's a favorite, like, that's the thing with this game. Like, favorites, that's your business. If you want to play a character you like because you like the character, just do that. Don't listen to me. That's not my place to tell you what to do. I'm here to be helping the folks who are like, I'm on the fence. I don't want to know if I should spend this resources on this character or not. And I want someone to kind of help me think that through, whether it's a good investment kind of objectively versus spending it on something else. Like, imagine someone green Firion and then they can't green Jack Garland because of it or something like that. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting at. As for the character himself, I wanted to let's just take a look. Let's analyze him a little bit. Let's see why I was hard on him originally. So Firion's gimmicks are off-turn damage and healing. Technically, auras too, but like not really. He has auras the same way like Null has auras. Like, let's be real. He also has a BT, and people have been saying his BT effect is good, and I disagree with that, which we'll get to in a little bit. Firion's damage, I think I undervalued it, honestly. His EX and LD hit pretty hard. His base skills are actually pretty sad, though. So if you're using the selfie aura trick, his on-turn damage is actually better than I think I give it credit for. That said, I think the whole HP condition thing is awkward for a healer, because you're bringing a healer because you're going to take damage, and if you're taking damage, that means he's going to be, losing his plus skills. That's just kind of an awkward dynamic. The trap healing for more, though, might offset that, so maybe I was a little harsh. We'll see. You'd have to try that out to see if it works, or if it's just an awkward playstyle. His trap, actually, the thing about the trap, non-elemental is nice. Enchantable, that's flexible. It is 3 HP attacks without splash. If you compare that to any other off-turn damage we have in the game right now, except for Fujin, Everything else is 3 HP with Splash, or 4 HP, or 2 HP with 2 Splash for Gladio, or Orange is 3 AoE, which is crazy, that's like 6 attacks. Or, like, don't even get me started, like Minwoo or something like that. But, like, basically, what I'm saying is his damage ceiling for his HP attacks off-turn are below everyone else. So he's just strictly going to be doing less off-turn damage than other people. Still enough off-turn damage, probably. Like, unless you're running some crazy challenge team, this is going to be enough off-turn damage to set you right. It just, if you're saying, I need a good off-turn damage dealer, I'm not going to say, Firion's the best off-turn damage dealer, or if Firion's a good off-turn damage dealer. He's a usable one if you have him, but I don't think you should be pursuing him if that's what you're looking to get. You get like Beatrix or something. So I hope that makes sense. It's not that his stuff isn't functional, I just don't think it really shines. And I think his kit as a healer without mitigation is a little awkward because we have so many ways to heal in this game now that also prevent you from taking too much damage so you don't get like one shot. Like, you look at, again, Beatrix, Gladio, Galuf, even Leno with her HP overheal. Like, they have ways to prevent you from getting one shot and taking a lot of damage. Firion doesn't have a way to do that and punishes you for taking damage because of his HP conditions, which I think is awkward. The last thing I want to talk about is his BT. I've heard people say that he has a good BT effect, and I disagree with that. One, it's 6 turns, which is not very long. It means he can't even like have it through the whole BT phase, which isn't that important, but it's just 6 turns is not great. These days you kind of want to see 8 turns on like an aura type thing. I just think for what you get, it's not great. Rain's getting 6 turns doesn't matter because Rain's BT is nuts. For Firion, let's look at what you're getting. You're getting a lot of stuff, but let's look at it. Max Brave up, like whatever. I Brave up, whatever. Brave Regen, whatever. Brave refund at end of turn, actually that's kind of neat. I'll give him that. That's a pretty cool gimmick. Brave gain up 50% with his green. Was great at the start of Lufania Plus. That's why everyone loves it, is because Y'shtola had it and it was really great versus reductions. These days, with C90, everyone's gaining Brave like crazy and the Brave gain up isn't as impactful. And then he has HP damage cap 20%, which is actually less than the 30% most people have. Although it's better than like Sid or Zero, so that's something, right? And of course, on top of all this, it is an HP condition where you lose all those auras if the character's below 50% HP. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have HP damage up, like raw, just to increase your offensive strength. This doesn't have even like an attack off or Brave damage up. The Brave gain is something. You can battery at least, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you're valuing the Max Brave and I Brave up that it's giving that much, even though it has the HP condition, I think that's a little sus to me. So that's why I just want to push back on the whole Firion has a good BT effect thing. I actually think he has one of the weaker BT effects in the game personally. But that said, hey, nice FR. As I said, functional character, he'll get the job done. If you have Firion already, I'm sure you can get some great use out of him with this latest tuning pass. This modernizes him, it makes him perfectly functional. I just think if you're like, should I invest in Firion? The answer is definitely no. And that's what I've been kind of speaking out against, is folks talking to people who don't have him as if they should get him. That's kind of my issue with the discussion of Firion or any other kind of one of these new rework kind of returning rework characters without an FR. Is usually it's like you shouldn't be pursuing that. You should, if you have it, cool. It's a nice to have. It's not a thing to be chased, and that's kind of what I was getting at. So, no, Firion doesn't suck. I just think he's a bad investment at this time, or at least a lackluster one, let's say. Anyway, thank you for watching. I guess that's my little Firion rant for the day. Hopefully it kind of helped add some nuance and kind of color to what I was saying, and it doesn't come across as like, just Lord hates Firion, because I think he's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. You stay cool. Adios.